Inside Qing City High School, a student named Yuki was announced to have 0 awakening value. Hearing this left Yuki stunned and unable to move. The boys nearby began whispering he was abandoned by God, while the girls also questioned why someone like him was studying at their school. Suddenly, the dean said Yuki was fated not to awaken, and he had to protect the school's reputation. So he harshly ordered Yuki to drop out, and this left Yuki even more shocked. He then argued that no rule required students with low awakening values to drop out. But before he could say more, a rock struck his head. He hurriedly turned around and began asking who did it, but he only saw bullies ordering him to leave because he would bring misfortune. Soon, other students began surrounding him and demanding his expulsion. Yet amid the chaos, a voice called for everyone to stop, and it was a student named Lily. She also reprimanded them for being heartless to someone who had studied with them. Still, the bullies tried to persuade her to avoid Yuki, since she might fail to awaken too. However, Lily ignored their threats and approached Yuki. She also urged him not to give up, since the test might be wrong and awakening value was only a guide. After all, history showed high values failed, while low values were blessed, but Yuki said he did not trust gods. 3,000 years ago, monsters appeared and humanity tried to use nuclear weapons on them, but they survived and grew stronger. Among all those monsters, 4 beast kings were born. Human territory was quickly conquered under their leadership, and civilization neared extinction. But at the height of despair, 2 divine statues descended from the sky. From then on, humans prayed to statues, where high values gained blessings, while low values stayed ordinary. Those with 10 or less were called abandoned by God, so Yuki sighed that humanity still relied on gods except for him. He then proceeded to summon his system to check some information. As he looked at Lily, he realized that though he lacked awakening, he had a system. He then attempted to check Lily's details, yet her level was locked beyond his authority. Nevertheless, he understood he was a transmigrant with a system, and would level up by killing monsters. With that resolve, he left the school, vowing that on awakening day in 100 days he would astonish them. Since he also believed strength lay not in the gods but in his system, he summoned it to reveal his status. He then finally saw that all his attributes were still at level 1, but as he examined it, he found that he could grow stronger easily by killing monsters, unlike ordinary people stuck by weak talent. So, from this day onward, he vowed to begin grinding. He then raised his hand and pointed toward the ground while declaring that he would start there. But his fingers were actually aimed